Let's try to start a new game here, right? That's the objective. We could go and do the other branches, but I feel like it's disingenuous. Come to the literature club. We've got Yuri, Natsuki, Monica, and bleh. Bleh. Okay, I don't remember. I mean, now that you can tell the tone. Oh no. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw herself. The girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, so this is all the same, right? So she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let her catch up to me. Okay. This is what we're doing now, boys, huh? Game crash? Intentional game crash? No? It's an ordinary day, an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. So alt reality without her, what would life be without Sayori? We're about to find out. I'm getting the vibe. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Lord Sun Selim? Oh no. Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet? You're in the debate club, right? Oh, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for the events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. Incorrect. I'm in a high school anime club and can confirm we only have 3 boys and like 15 girls. Nice. I guess. Like if that's what you're into. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard finding new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Huh? Hey, Lord Sun Selim, by any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I want to ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, then it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ah, awesome. You're really sweet, Lord Sun Selim. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Aw. Imagine she busts out a T-pose, just wanna... Imagine having a game like this with 3D assets that they have to load in and animate, and then one of them is just striking a big T. Witness me. That'd be so funny. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. We're going to crack open our Coca-Cola. Boom. It's vanilla. Not a water. I also have a full glass of water. Because I know when I'm going to need that. Oh no. I'm back. And I brought a guest with me. Hey! A guest? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Lord Sunsulum. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Yet. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. I actually in real life have a stutter, so if you hear me over stuttering, it's because I struggle. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into Lord Sunsulum in a classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought in anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Oh, sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that'd be great. Why don't you come sit down, Lord Sunsulum? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. We're going to regionals, boys. I'm confident that we can all really grow in this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea... Wait, that's me. You keep a whole tea set in the classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Hee. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. Hey, that's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoyed tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Lord Sunsulum, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I quietly mutter to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head certainly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort within the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I've read a horror book once. I desperately grasp at something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might be having a conversation with a rock. So this is all like the same. Like a lot of this is intertwined, similar dialogue, which I both like and don't like. I like it as like a gameplay deal, but as someone reading it out loud, it's like it's hard to tell when this stuff ends and begins. I think I'm just gonna. I would just keep going, probably, right? I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh? Why is that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own... Oh, that's me. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Eh? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. The small girl is aggressive, for sure. 100%. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is the writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? Hey? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. And then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monika. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Hold up, I didn't agree. Do you agree as well, Lord Sunsulum? Hold on, there's still one problem. Hey, what's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come out and say I haven't even agreed to this yet. I never said I would join this club. Monika may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made a decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry, I thought... Hey? The girls exchange glances before Monika turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Lord Sunsulum. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Lord Sunsulum? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I'd be super pissed. Lord Sunsulum, I'm so happy. We could become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Whoa, slow down. Back off, Monika. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Lord Sunsulum, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Ehehe. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? Whoa, real Natsuki. Oh no. Natsuki, am I doing you justice? I'm sorry. Thanks for the follow though. Already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. Yo, wait, what? I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. Whatever. All right, so now we got more homework, right? With that, I depart the club room, make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? How could I possibly? All right, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Yo, wait, what? A special poem? Hell yeah, I'd like to read it. Is it a puzzle? Was that it? Wait, what? Good poem. Good one. Huh. So we only have 2. So let's, I mean, look, this should be easy, right? We're always going, we're going Yuri. Wait, where's, oh no. You missed that part, bud. We did that yesterday. That's how we ended with what happened to Sayori. I mean, this just gets easier and easier, right? Just pick the big words if you don't see any negative words. So, captive, disoriented, shame, empty, wait, insight, that word, meager, crimson, sadness. No! You don't get a claim on sadness. Did I reload the Sayori part? No, I didn't. I didn't reload anything. I just decided to keep going. I mean, I'm still here. Wait. Rail art. What's up, dude? Intellectual. Existence. After image. Incongruent. Oh, no. I will smack. You better smack, like, comment, and subscribe, bud. How into are you? We didn't get that much further. Like, we just redid the first day of rejoining the literature club, and that's it. Like, it's the 3. Like, I see it. I'm guessing that the pattern is probably one of them is gonna die every cycle, and we're gonna go down to just the 1 or something. I don't know what's. I'm trying to like mentally figure it out, but that's pretty much where we are. Like, we haven't done much. We've been playing for like just a few minutes. Hi again, Lord Sunsulum. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Oof. Thanks for keeping your promise, Lord Sunsulum. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not even... Oh, hold up. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Like, he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged in here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come in here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you will see the end of it. You're right. I do know nothing. But I do know I can't read the text currently. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. I guess. Meh. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. I'm so sorry, Lord Sunsulum. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in the club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of the club, so even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick out a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Oh, you hear the music? It's like getting slower. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you want. It is, oh dude, it is tilting. Oh, that's disorienting. Now that it's been pointed out. Oh dude, I can't not see it. It's like shaking a little bit. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Oh, thank you for snap back to reality. Late but still present. Hello, Punch. Hope your day's going well so far. I know you're probably just waking up. I didn't even notice because I'm like so close to my monitor and I'm reading like a section that's like right here to my face. Like I'm really focusing on that. But now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. The music slowdown is the thing that's getting me the most. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I'd feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse at the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance, and then our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me like she bought me the book, but I decided to let her go. And that she also maybe read the whole book in the first day. If she bought them both at the same time. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? Well, what's the story about anyway? Well, that would spoil the whole book. So please, just fucking read it. I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, and the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, I'm sorry, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Lord Sun Solemn? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all... But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly... I'm rambling, aren't I? Oof, dude, a lot of oof on that one. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange, and please stop if I start talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. That's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Yes. Oh no, the real Yuri. Oh no, the real Yuri won. What's up, boys? I mean, you don't have to, but... Ahaha. What are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the book that I put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I just sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to, it's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read, because she's reading literally my book from across my shoulder. It's not particularly a bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. Yoink. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry.
I was just bathing in Yuri. You really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Ahaha. Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. Taboo! It feels like my arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page.
Here.
And then she turns the page for me. She takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision.
Are you ready?
Hey?
To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got distracted for a second. Oh, she's actually like looking at me. I don't know if she did that before. I glance over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. Oh, that's part of the story. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit.
Hey? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not.
Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses things, and she says, and all that.
That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her.
Nani?
Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why it came into my head.
Oh, she's like losing it, huh? Yuri, are you feeling all right?
Hey?
She's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little...
My breathing?
She puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat.
I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water.
Me too, actually. All right, don't push yourself. Yuri, whoa. Okay. We got the novelty account train rolling in. Hello, hello. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out the classroom. What on earth was that about?
Lord Sunsulum? Did something happen just now?
Hey, I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess.
So you don't know anything?
Sorry, can't say I do. Are you worried about her?
Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her.
Because it's my job to cyberbully people here. Ugh. No, nothing.
Haha, don't worry, I believe you, silly.
Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so.
Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other?
Hey? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri?
Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay?
Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it back into my bag. And what kind of monster can do that? So we always go the one we like the least to the one we like the most, but there's only two, so we'll just go Natsuki. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Wait, are we time skipping or something?
Lord Sunsullum, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then just go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about? Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'd tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, Charlize Theron, I guess. Oh no, who asked for Sayori? Who asked for featuring nobody? Oh no. Smeg, what's up? Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you, you'll probably think it's stupid. Alright. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try and die, but that's about it. Yo, what's going on? It's your boy. We're just going through it, bud. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I told you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Nani? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then I make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. Oh, so you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. Nani the fuck. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. What? Hi. Oh, because she's like weird. Okay, so we actually can't show it to Yuri. Hi, Lord Sunsullum. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? All right, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahahaha. Don't worry, Lord Sunsullum. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Lord Sunsullum. I was going ooh in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time on her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for some alone time. Suddenly, a door opens. Oni-chan and his yogurt SMH. No, you boys. Chill, honey bunny, chill. Yuri. I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Hey? Already? I'm so sorry for being late. There's no need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. All right. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. So she's someone who, like, because she puts on this strong shell that she then, like, considers anyone who can't do it weak and just bullies them down. Hole in the wall, but he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? This is new. This isn't the same one. The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks on my ears. The room began to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathed, oh my god, my actual stutter is kicking in. The air that I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. Ah, a degenerate as well, I see. It's culture. Culture. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you want to call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other? Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. So if you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and then tidy it up later. Okay. Interesting, huh? Weird. Okay. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Was that IRL? Like a message that I got? Hold on. Oh no. I'm so glad I saved. Close this, that. Close all of this, actually. Okay, I'm back. Oh, and it's gonna crash, right? Yep, good thing we saved. Woo! I had that real life notification got in the way. We can't handle that. Sorry. We'll get back in there. Man, what is going on in chat? Jeez. You guys are crazy. Oh no, did I crash it again? I did. I'm so stupid. I'm sorry. That's what we get for clicking something. Don't click things, you ding dong. Not in this game. You just can't do it. But hope everyone's Sunday's going well while we're waiting. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hello, I'm 48-year-old man from Somalia. Sorry for bad England. I sold my wife for internet connection for play Hearthstone. And I want to become goodest player like you. I play with 400 ping on Brazil server and I'm rank 23 already. Please no copy paste in my story. It's a good one. I double clicked the game. I would love it to open. Team Salvato. Oh, yeah, you're late on that one, bud. Doki Doki. Oh, boy. Okay, another way to think about it is this. If you get this writing tip of the day, thanks for listening. True story. Yuri time, baby. Let's go. Waifu for lifu. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Hey, what was that? Oh, did I say that out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth and then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Hey? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? She takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Oh, that's a huge compliment coming from you. It's actually my first time, really. Huh? She stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, She trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers, and having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. That might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
She smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which in itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghosts under the light. Let's see if this is any different. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickens. I flicker back. Full of degenerates today. Yeah, oh yeah, they're wild today, bud. A lot of copy pasta in the chat today.
I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all, but it took you a long
time to read. That's because I'm stupid.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Hey.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems.
No, not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Lord Sunselim.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than just tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem was only being symbolically compared to Ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. Hey?
It's nothing, really. Yours was impressive too, so...
Nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so?
Yeah, of course.
You know... I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Lord Sunselim. Me too.
Me too. Do you want spoilers, Ryan? Or is that enough information? Okay, that's enough information for you then. You hear the music pitch. There it is. You hear it get tweaked. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, it's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club, after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I end up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As if they read in tandem, I watch their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Hey?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's
nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk. God bless you. You're welcome. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is, cute.
Kawaii desu.
Cute. Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Hey?
You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Lord Sun Sullum did too. So based on that, I'll give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Lord Sun Sullum liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Hey? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Lord Sun Sullum appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Lord Sun Sullum started showing up. Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. Taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you really act as young as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. Oh my god. Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? Dude, this is really hard to do. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only thing cute about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself with all that edge. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Oh, shit. Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong in your head? Yeah, go on. Let Lord Sun Sullum hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns towards me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Lord Sun Sullum, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I... Boys, we have a choice to make. Before it was like pick a side. We're gonna pick the one who's clearly in distress and is cutting herself. Try to stop that nonsense, but it probably... Oh. Nope. Hey, Lord Sun Sullum? Why don't we step outside for a bit? Okay? Sorry about that. I really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes instead of cyberbullying them online. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. Oh, she quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth on her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Lord Sun Sullum, please don't hate me. Please? I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it tomorrow, completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as if she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. Kinda sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Lord Sun Sullum. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble.